How's it going, guys? Jake here, Dude Ranch DIY. I'm going to do a quick little video on our wood stove here in the house and how I go about filling it up, bringing in wood, how the wood room works, and stuff like that. I've had a couple people ask to see the wood stove, you know, what kind of stove we're using. So I figured I'd go over that quick in a little video here. Alright, so as you can see, here's our wood stove. This hearth and everything was not here. Sam and Luis, who was actually featured in one of our videos back when, did all the masonry and put it in. There was actually, as you can see, the remnants of some shelving, like built-in shelving units there, quite similar to what's over there on our little antique toy truck wall. But yeah, this is the stove. It goes out the side and then up the side of the house. It is a Drolet brand. I actually dug out the manual. It's a Drolet HT-2000. It's a pretty big wood stove. As you can see, it's pretty deep. The firebox in it is pretty large, substantially larger than my parents' that I grew up with. It can easily, I'd say, fit logs probably up to about 24-inch would be about the max. We normally cut to about 18 just to give room to, you know, move wood around and fit stuff in when there's still coals. But I was just loading up the wood rack here, and I figured I would show you our progress through the wood room and how much we've burned so far this season. Here's our little antique Tonka truck collection and some planes. But as we walk out the door to the wood room, so you can see it's a straight shot right back to the stove, so it's nice and easy. And we've burned a little less than half. We got this bunch of wood, you know, stacked up, and it's stacked up taller than I am, so it's, you know, more than 6 feet on each side, 2 rows with a row down the middle so we can walk. We still do have this entire wall, so we're not running too low yet. But I basically come out here, Sam comes out here, and we just started picking from this side because this was the side that we started filling up last year, and we have all the bark and debris and some really long pieces. But then I just use this wood carrier, fill it up, and bring it back on inside. Alright, I'm just going to finish loading up firewood carrier here. Most of this wood that I'm putting in right now is oak and ash firewood, so it's been burning real well. Burns for a nice long time, and we don't have to refill the stove. I think we, you know, put wood in it probably about 3 times a day. So now, before I put more wood in the stove, I'm going to arrange the coals. I call it kind of raking them out. So I'll slowly open up the door, open up the damper, that way it doesn't blow back at me, the influx of air, and wow, that is nice and hot. As you can see, the oak just makes really nice big embers, and the firebox is pretty substantial in this thing. It goes pretty far back. Let me switch what hand I'm holding the camera with so I can use the glove. And then, yeah, Sam and I just like to rake the coals out a little bit, kind of make them flat. That way the logs lay in there nice and even, and the coals help catch all the logs on fire. So now that they're nice and raked out, I'll grab a couple logs and we can fill her up. So I'm going to start taking my logs, and it doesn't really matter which way you put them in. whether it's front to back or left to right. It's not too cold out, so we don't have to stuff the firebox, but I'm just going to throw them in front to back like this. And they all fit in nice. A little bit of a puzzle sometimes, but all these pieces are pretty nice shape and size, so they go in nice and easy. Alright, so there's our loaded up firebox. You can see we could probably fit another one in there. Let's see. There we go. So it's pretty full now. You can see it's already starting to catch down there at the bottom. Gonna put the camera down for a second, and I'll close up the stove. And you can see once that, vacuum effect starts going through the damper, flames started popping up, and it'll be rip-roaring in a second or two here. Alright guys, so as you can see, it's been about 10 minutes now, and I just damped down the stove. The damper setting is up here. We latched it down all the way to seal up the air seal on the door, and it's burning nice. A lot of the logs have, fully caught, and we're good to go. It's putting off some good heat. Now, Sam just got home, and you can probably see this weird little contraption on top of the stove here, and he's going to explain what that is, because it's pretty cool.
So yeah, this is called a Stirling engine. This particular fan's made by a company called Warp 5. I believe they're out of somewhere in the UK. But a Stirling engine basically works like any other internal combustion engine, except instead of using a accelerant like gasoline or diesel, this one uses a chamber of air that gets heated, and as the air heats, it expands, pushing a piston up, which spins this crankshaft, and basically it's a simple mechanism of pushing warm air into a cylinder, letting it expand, and then that cylinder drops into the other side, which pushes cold air back in, heats, and that cycle continues. A lot like how an engine would work, where it's filling with air, gas is igniting, pushing a piston up. What I love about this fan is it shows all of the internals, and it's pretty elegant and pretty.
It's pretty neat.
It is really cool,
especially when it's going.
And so I will go ahead and it really just takes no effort. Once it gets hot enough, this one I think starting at 300 degrees will start pushing.
Wow, Sully is really attacking that ball there. But, yeah, there it goes. I mean, it's not like a crazy fan or anything, but if you hold a lighter in front of it, it'll definitely put it out.
Yeah, it pushes a bit. This one certainly is more of an aesthetically pleasing version. But I just thought it was really cool, and everybody that walks into the house and sees it, is intrigued, and it's a good conversation starter, and that's one of the reasons I love it. So yeah, this is basically the wood stove setup. Drolet HT-2000, I believe. I basically just wanted to fill this house with the biggest wood stove I could fit, because having a roommate who's an arborist is beneficial to me because it's
Yeah,
always
has its perks.
Yeah, I get lots of free firewood. So I do literally heat this entire house with just this wood stove. It stays very cold in the bedrooms, very warm in the living room. I think that's sort of how it should be in the wintertime. You know, if you're sitting in your living room in t-shirt and shorts in the dead of winter, I feel like you're kind of wasting some electricity or whatever. So at any rate, that's the setup, and yeah.
Alright guys, that's going to be it for this one. Like I said, just a quick down and dirty little video on the stove here at the Dude Ranch. So, as always, you guys know what to do. If you like this stuff, hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. Share and comment with your friends. I'm Jake.
I'm Sam.
This is Dude Ranch DIY. We'll see you here next time.